Hey guys, it's Isa, and today I'll be showing you a very quick tutorial on how I create my Twitch overlays using Procreate. So you want to make a new canvas, and for the Twitch dimensions, it's 1920 for the width and 1080 for the height. So what you want to do is start with a base color as the background. Now this will be the darkest shade of your desired style. For me, I'm going to choose a dainty purple because I want to recreate a midnight purple cloudy starry effect, so I'm using this color. This is probably one of my favorite brushes in Procreate, Rainforest. I know there's a specific cloud brush, but this is just so much better, trust me. So once you've built up your background, you can add more stuff right after this, but now that you know the colors, you're gonna want to have to press this S button that looks like a ruler, and at the very bottom press the rectangular shape. Now this is gonna be the screen of your game. Now hold the rectangular shape and make sure to leave out space on the upper corner and the right corner just so it creates a border. Now grab your eraser tool and then just erase the inner area of your rectangle. Once you've completely wiped it out, you can now try unticking the background color and you'll see that we have a transparent window. Now it's time to create the border. You can choose whatever style you like, whatever brush, whatever kind of line, however thin or thick you want it to be. Today I'm going to be using this brush that I always use just because it looks like I've sketched it in real life. Here I am testing the thickness and the texture of each brushes. This one's too thin. You know, you just gotta experiment with your style. Ooh, she thick. So once you've chosen your perfect brush for the border, you're just gonna outline the edges of the frame. Now this is actually very tricky. I have no idea how I did it the first go, but whenever I'm not filming, I usually have like 10,000 tries doing this. If you do want perfectly straight lines, all you gotta do is hold down the pressure and then slowly drag it down, and this will create a perfect line. Now that our gaming screen is finished, we're gonna move on and create our little webcam border. Now, do the exact same thing, and you have the freedom to choose if you want your camera to be wider, to be taller, to be smaller, whatever you want. Just make sure to leave out a space on the left corner and at the bottom corner, because this serves as our border for the overall overlay. Now you just gotta rub it off again. Choose whatever border style you want, but for me, I'm just gonna do the exact same thing as my gaming screen, just so it wouldn't look too messy. Now that we're done, I'm just going to be adding the final touches. If you want to add your little dazzle, jazzle, whatever you want, always make sure to create a new layer, because just in case you don't like how it looks like, you can always just hide that layer. Now, if you've got a starry, moony, cloudy aesthetic like myself, I love using the Illuminance brush because it just makes the overlay alive, makes it look glittery and it glistens, so this is one of my favorite brushes. I've also added a little bit bigger stars just along the border, just so it looks like they're fairy lights. Okay, so now for my next step, this is where I'll be putting my most recent follower, most recent subby, and my most recent cheerer. For this one, you can choose whatever shape, whatever border you want, but because I want to have that hand-drawn aesthetic, I'm going to be using a brush as my template. Make sure that all shapes are all the same sizes, and make sure if you copy it, you paste it into a new layer so you can still adjust, resize, and move it all the way. And now we're done, yay! So now you can save this as a PNG file and you can easily import it to your streaming platform. And once you've imported it, this is what it will look like. Feel free to follow me on Twitch, Isabel Ray with an extra Y. I usually do cozy streams like Stardew Valley and Animal Crossing.